I have now made over $1 million selling digital products on Etsy, but here's the part that nobody sees. My very first digital product took me days to make, and then it sold 0 times. My second one, 0 again. My about 20th one finally made a sale for $3.99. From the outside, digital products look simple and effortless. But when you're the one constantly refreshing your Etsy dashboard, watching no views, no likes, no sales, it can feel really discouraging and honestly a little upsetting. If you've ever been in that place or you're scared that you might end up there if you start, I want you just to stay with me, because the only reason I went from 0 sales to a digital product business that has now passed over $1 million is because of 5 things I wish someone had told me before I ever created my first listing. Once you hear these 5 things, you will not look at digital products the same way again. And trust me, I do know exactly what you're feeling. There were nights when my kids were running around, the house was a complete mess, my laptop was about to die, and I was sitting on the floor trying to come up with new ideas for designs that weren't getting any views. And I remember thinking, maybe this isn't for me, and maybe I'm just not creative enough. Maybe everyone else knows something that I don't. But the truth was, my problem wasn't actually my designs. My problem was that no one had ever taught me what makes a digital product actually succeed. So this is the video that I made so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. And if you want me to make another video breaking down which digital products are selling right now, then be sure to comment the word product ideas and I'll make that one next. So number 1 is to start with low ticket digital products. My first sale was only $3.99, but it did change everything for me. Most beginners think low ticket products are too small, and they're really not. Low ticket products are strategic. They build trust faster, they build reviews faster, and they're 10 times faster to make. And they will help you understand what your customers actually want. Every $3 sales should give you data. So what colors are they buying? What styles perform? What niches respond? And those low ticket products create what is called a value ladder. So you have a $3 starter product, which can move into a $7 bundle, and then into a $27 more advanced bundle, and then finally into a $97 whole shop package. So that one tiny sale is the beginning of everything else. Lower priced digital products aren't small, they are smart if you understand how to build them and stack them. So number 2 is that bulk posting is the fastest way to grow. So I used to post just one listing and then sit and wait and hope that something would happen. But digital products don't go through hope alone. They actually grow through consistency and data. And bulk posting works because Etsy needs lots of data to understand your shop and who you're selling to. So every listing teaches Etsy who you are, what your niche is, who your buyers might be, and so more listings just equal more visibility. And when you post in batches, you start seeing patterns really quickly. So things like these pastel versions sell, or these teacher products convert better. Things like these keywords work, and Etsy rewards active shops. Bulk posting is how you become number 1. I promise you, posting one listing at a time and waiting doesn't work, as Etsy needs volume plus data, and bulk posting equals more visibility. Batching your workflows also helps avoid burnout, and my shop finally grew significantly more when I committed to posting consistently. And if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, but what do I actually create, or how do I know what's actually in demand and validate my ideas? So this is exactly why I made my 7-figure starter guide. So inside, I walk you through how to choose your product, how to validate demand, how to brainstorm smarter. Plus it comes with 100 AI prompts for ideas, titles, and keywords. It's completely free, and you'll find the link for that down in the description below. This guide is my exact framework of how I built my 7-figure digital design shop here on Etsy. So tip number 3 is to create variations of one product. So you don't need 100 ideas, you need one good idea in just multiple versions. So that can become a teacher planner, a student planner, a mom planner, a business planner. Then that can turn into a minimalist version, a more colorful pop culture type of a version, or a seasonal version. So one idea can become 10, 15, even 20 listings. So variations just let you reach more audiences with less work. Variations can also help Etsy understand your niche. So they help your shop look more cohesive and they help you see which audience is more profitable. My first Tumblr wrap didn't sell, but the teacher version of what I did next did, and then the sports version, and then the holiday version. So variations are how one idea can become momentum. Once buyers start coming in from your variations, you'll have a new opportunity to then turn them into repeat customers. So number 4 is to build your email list from day one. Etsy is incredible, but it's still borrowed land and we don't own our traffic. So we also don't control the algorithm. You don't get to choose who sees your listings, but your email list, you own that forever. And your list protects your business. So your list helps you launch instantly, your list gives you repeat customers, and your list sets you up for higher ticket sales later. If Etsy slows down, your list doesn't. Some weeks, my email list outperformed Etsy completely. Your list should become the foundation for everything else that you build. My email list is also how I was able to build my own website, my Tumblr design membership, because I was able to reach out to thousands of people and get immediate customers on my own site. Without that email list, I would have had to run something like meta ads on Facebook to get enough traction to build up the members. And if you want support as you build something like this, if you want help choosing niches, validating your ideas, understanding keywords, or even getting feedback, this is exactly why I created my school community. It's where you get weekly help, real-time strategies, and the support that I wish I had when I first started. The link will be down in the description below. So tip number 5 is to validate before you create anything. And this is the biggest beginner mistake that I see. Creating without validating is the worst thing that you can do, as validation saves you time, energy, and ultimately saves your shop. So to validate anything properly, type your idea into Etsy. If Etsy auto completes it, that means people are searching for it. Look at listings with lots of reviews because that means that there's been real demand and people have reviewed it. You can also check the recently sold section, which shows what's selling today. You can look for the gaps, missing themes, audiences, or outdated styles and missing colors, and use those gaps as your opportunity. So in the beginning, I wasted so much time making products that I loved, but nobody wanted to love them as well. Once I learned about validation, everything finally clicked. If you want to take it a step further, you can use a keyword research tool that will give you much of this information with just a few clicks of the button. And I personally use ProfitTree, as I can install this into my browser so that I can see in real time on Etsy searches what's selling and what's not. So let's quickly recap the 5 things I wish I knew before starting. Start with low ticket digital products. I would bulk post intentionally and create variations. You need to be building your email list from day one and also validate every idea before you create it. You don't have to master all 5 of these today, just choose one step and start there. Don't forget to download the free starter guide. It will be down in the description below. And as always, thanks so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.